I'm here with Ashley Lewis. Ashley, tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm a Toronto-based maker. I work for several different interactive tech-based communities that are focused on bringing new creative methods for kids to the accessible audience. So I work for Girls Learning Code. I've done some work with Maker Kids and TIFF Kids, a whole bunch of different companies like that.
Awesome. Great to have you here. And what do you think of the party?
The party is so good. I've never been to a party where you could like wear LEDs or like bring 3D printed jewelry. I really love it. And all my favorite people are here. So like best party ever.
That's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, why do you think people should come to Maker Faire Toronto and support us?
Good question. So personally, Maker Faire Toronto has a little sweet spot in my heart. This is like the first time I got invested in the tech community. I exhibited there 2 years ago. And I think that for a person who's involved in the youth aspect of technology, it's really important to get exposed to what's out there. You don't often know what's out there when you're doing your degree or your thesis projects. And to be able to meet all these cool people who really are invested in growing the maker community, it's great to get connected with them. There's so few places like the Maker Faire where like you all come together and you all kind of like have the same orientation, the same goal, and same objectives. So that's, I think from a youth perspective, I think that was like the best decision I probably ever made.
Awesome. And last question. You told me that you had a soft spot for Maker Faire. So I was wondering if you could take us through your journey kind of from your first exposure to Maker Faire, like how long ago was that? And then what happened between then and now that you got so involved in making?
Yeah. So 2 years ago, I was in my third year at Ryerson's new media program, made a project that was about a Barack Obama keyboard. Each key on the keyboard was wired to one of Barack Obama's inauguration speech words, so you can compose your own your own speech. My teacher was like, hey, there's this thing, Maker Faire, like it's a big deal in the States, you should do it in Toronto. And I was like, I'm really scared, like I don't know. I applied and exhibited, met some really amazing people. A lot of them I continued to work with later on, like 2 years after. And then at that Maker Faire, I got invited to appear at the Detroit Maker Faire by the people who were organizing it, who happened to be there that day. Went to Detroit, exhibited there at the Henry Ford Museum. There was like 4 or 5 times as many people. Got the Make Magazine Editor's Choice, got videoed, put on YouTube, 67,000 hits, lots and lots of publicity around that, a couple of like radio shows, and then used that experience to really get me my internship at CDC a year later, and like helped me get connected with TIFF, and it like really, really was the catalyst to like growing both my interest in making, my idea about what can be possible with making, and like the connections that you can make in that community.
That's awesome. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Ashley.
no problem.